I don't know whether this is a dare to share, but I'm feeling wounded. I've been hurt and I feel wounded by comments on social media from people that I don't even know. And I'm hurt, and it feels heavy in my body. I feel sad, upset. And it's like the running story, I guess, in my head that deepens the sadness is why we as a collective, as a whole human race, aren't kinder with everyone's hearts. For some reason there doesn't seem to be at the moment in my situation. I can't say there's a lack of consideration. But then almost the flip side of that is that if there's too much consideration, it's a bit icky as well. But especially with social media, I'm kind of like, I feel it so intense. I don't know how the kids do it. There's something with me at the moment that's just like, I just hate social media. It's all, well, for starters, it's so fake. Everyone just sharing parts, other people filling in the blanks, most people on pedestals doing this whole teachy thing. And it's like, how do I get my message and my heart really clear on social media? And almost me thinking, I don't even know whether that's possible. Is it really possible to share my true heart and my authentic self? Because as soon as it's like, I want to post about the things that I'm doing in my art, but essentially the foundation of my work is community, be kind with each other's heart, self-connect so that you can connect to other. And it's about heightening your sensitivities. But then you meet up with something like social media, which is harsh and not sensitive at all and completely the opposite of what I'm doing. And I receive really harsh comments certainly about shamanism. It's like everyone's got a different opinion of what it is, and people are really harsh with that. But it's a word, and the definition of that word is going to be different for everyone. There's different cultures that practice shamanism. Certainly the Native American Indian they've got the history of genocide and stuff, which I can put hands in the air. I don't know everything about that culture and that history. I'm fairly ignorant when it comes to that subject. I would like to study and study more, but all you get is different people's opinions when you study a history, and to have no personal experience of that. And the culture that I've learned shamanism for is from Peru, and from Peruvian shamanism and Peruvian lineages, and then learnt from my maestra and studied over the last 11 years from the Andes and from the Amazon. So the mountains and the jungle version of Peru. So I don't really know much about different versions of shamanism, and I seem to be being attacked for cultural inappropriation and saying the wrong thing. And I'm like, if I've hurt someone or said something that offends a different culture, I'd like to know, rather than just, it's like people assume because I'm doing a version of shamanism that I know everything that there is to know, and that I must know that I've said the wrong thing. And I'm like, but I don't know. Oh. And instead of thinking, let me inform her about my culture, maybe she needs to know about this because she cares, which I do, there is just attack, and you can't be doing that, you shouldn't be doing that. And I sort of think it's such a shame in a way, because the work that I do is so beautiful and it's helped me so much. And for people to say, because I'm a white British woman, I'm not allowed to practice different forms of spirituality. It's just like, but it's helped me and it's nourished me, and I want to honour that lineage by using it. I broke my spine and I did the Gayatri mantra so that I'm not actually paralysed today. Now, I don't speak Sanskrit and I've never been to India. So it's like saying you're not allowed to use the Gayatri mantra to heal your back and your spine because it's not native of your culture. And it's like, but so many people practice Indian mantras and say Om and use chanting and practice Buddhism or whatever resonates with them, not necessarily having been from that culture. And it's acceptable. Whereas there's something in shamanism where people just go, but that's not acceptable. You're not allowed to do that. Even though I've been taught, and you've got written permission from the Keros that say, we've taught you personally, you're allowed to use this information. And I take it really, almost like really heavy and really personally. And I'm thinking, why does nobody ask me? It's like there's so many big assumptions and then sudden attacks. And I struggle. And I'm like, Claire, you don't know these people. You don't need to take it personally. It's okay. And I do a load of stuff. But when I feel a little bit depleted anyway, and I've been holding maybe too many groups, as I work by myself, and I do all of the admin, all of the emails, answer all of the questions. And when you've got a group of 11 people coming, you've got quite a lot of emails and questions to deal with, just me personally. And I feel like maybe it's a little bit too much for just me. But obviously, I can't afford to pay somebody else to do the admin and to support that, because then, I suppose I could put the price up of my things, but people already are attacking me on social media about you shouldn't be charging for spiritual work. And just think, oh my gosh, when I am trying so hard. And I feel like I'm ranting going on now and nobody really cares. Oh dear. Yeah, and I feel better from just having expressed that and my sadness. So thank you for seeing me.